Well, I didn't do an intro, so I know I've already had a place, so you'll see that in a minute. I'm down here with Sam and Vince. Vince has had a monster place. Sam's had a conger. And yeah, so it's going to look a bit backwards, but I was only fishing one rod at the time when I first got down here. I weren't going to do a video tonight, but it's turned out to be quite a good session. Alright, so rods we're using today, the 3500's back out. Still umming and ahhing whether I like it or not. I mean, I'll keep using it. See how I get on with it again. I mean, since I've had the other rods, I mean, it's kind of sat in the garage, bless it. So I brought it out a couple of times. I've got the 0 Plus, then I've got the ST and the Millionaire reels. It's quite a heavy gauge line really for here. Is it 18 or 20 pounds? It's that IMAX stuff that I was talking about in my other videos. Very weird line, but it's really nice and it knots so well. Yeah, so baits I've got with me today is pretty much my normal, everything that comes about. Got the mackerel from Chisel, however you pronounce it. A load of black lug. Absolute ton of it. Squid, I said mackerel, got peeler in there. Oh, I've got everything in there, sandeel, bluey, it's all in there. The beach is Ramo, of course. It's Saturday night, so it's going to be. It's been really hard for me to get out very often. I mean, weekends is pretty much my only time I can get out now, because I'm constantly working. So the midweek sessions have died down a bit. But as far as I'm aware, a lad along there has had a cod. So I am going out for, I've had a place, so I put out a scratch and rig to start with while the light was fading, just to see what happens, but I've gone all out now. We've all got like little pound bets against us. Nothing amazing, but makes it fun and entertaining. Yeah, so I had a tiny little pin whiting as well, which I gut hooked. So I did the most, well, a decent thing. Put it out of its misery, got the hook out, cut its head off, cut its tail off, and that's now out as a conger bait. It's on a pulley pennel, and that's on the 0 Plus. And then on the 3500, I've got a pulley pennel with a sausage of black lug, probably about the same size as my thumb. So we're gonna see how that goes. It's been out quite a while actually. I might bring that in a minute. In fact, I might bring in the white in first, because that has done nothing and that's been out about half hour. So I might bring that in first and then bring the lug one in. But the it's quite hard to hit a lead today because everyone's so close. I mean, I've got a guy literally behind me. It's not worth messing up the cast and going across everyone's lines, because it does happen. I don't care who you are, it always happens to someone. It always happens at one point. And pendulum casting is a dangerous game sometimes. Last thing you want is crack off and it fly towards someone. So I'm just doing basically sort of half pendulum, if you like, giving it half welly, not whacking it. But if the guy moves behind me, then I'll go full send. But let's see how the night goes. Well, first fish, first cast, lovely, nice little place. He goes 33 centimetres. To be fair, such a tiny little knock. I did see it, and I thought I'll leave that a couple of minutes, see what happens. But yeah, first fish, got quite a bit of meat on him, quite a fat boy. So yeah, nice one. We'll get the rods back, well, rod back out. I'm only fishing the one at the minute, and bring it back. We finally did it. Cod, albeit he's not a monster, but it's a cod. So happy with that. That was on black, so you can probably see it. Literally thumb size, like I was saying, on the circle hook on the top. Nod slack, as per normal. There it is, the little beard. So happy with this. Vince has had one, exactly the same size. Now let's try and get Sam one. Got my fingers crossed for him. I've got mine. Oh, he's flapping around like crazy. He's definitely oversized. 35, this is 40. Okay, it's not miles. Miles are oversized, but he's coming home for the table. That's my first decent cod for a long time. Well, edible cod for a long time. So unfortunately for this guy, he's coming home and he's being battered. So yeah, let's get this rod back out and hope for another one. Oh, we're back. Missed the slack liner. Gutted. And I had another little rattle that I missed as well, but to be fair, the last one was probably my fault because I left the old bait on there and just whacked another lot on top. So the bait was massive, the hooks were probably masked. Lesson learned, take your time, pull off the old bait, but they're back out. Something to note as well, that these really ain't going out far, right, at all. Talking between 60 and 80 yards on average. Yeah, they've all been classic cod bites. Nod slack, which is really nice to see, because we don't really get them along this way anymore. Well, Brighton, maybe you do get a few. I'd like to see a couple. I'd like to catch one in Kent. Jesus, I'm tired. In Kent. That'd be nice. I know they get them off 5. I did try the other day. Yeah, I went down with Grandad. I've got to post that video actually. I haven't posted it. Didn't get the cod I was after, but got one fish out. Nothing really to shout about. Unexpected for where it was, but hey, let's watch the video. Yeah, so a few places. I love Brighton. You can't see much, it's annoying, but I absolutely love Brighton. It's always been kind to me as well, always. I've had plaice, obviously plaice, I've had bass, I've had hounds, now I've had cod, conger. I just love this place. Always been kind to me. But yeah, these are literally just coming on thumb size black. Oh, there's a nod. Right, bring it back. Just thought I'd bring it back. This is exactly how I'm doing these little black sausages. Right, one worm on the needle. As long as you want the bait, so about there. Yep. This is just the way I do it. I'm not saying it's the right or the wrong way. Just nick it through the head, pull it down, and you just build up the bait as big as you want it. Pull it down. What you got to remember is part of these are going to double over to make a nice little sausage. So you do that. I've got plenty of black, so I can afford to double whip them. So you end up with something like that, right? So then, bait elastic, just start whipping the top. Make your way down to that point where it comes through the needle. That first one you're stuck on, then double all the ends over. And whip back up. Just keep whipping. And you end up with a nice little sausage like that. Camera. This is where it's going to mess up on me because I'm on camera. Pull that pin and hook out of the way. That in there. Pull that line nice and tight. Push it round and on. So there's your little sausage. All nice and presented on that hook. Put it down. 1, 2, 3. Through the top of the bait, behind the bait elastic. And you end up with a nice little sausage bait. So that's on a pulley pennel. Just cheap old weights. You don't have to use breakaway, the impact ones. A little imp does the job. Breakaway ones are so expensive. I used to love them, but the more you start losing them, the more you realise how much they actually cost. So, yeah, an old crappy lead does the same job. Let's get this out there. Well guys, not every day this happens. Whole squid bait out, double codling on a pulley pennel. Absolutely cracking. You know what's going out next, don't you? Another whole squid bait, because they're obviously liking it. Well happy with that. Double shot of cod. So I've gone from not being able to catch any cod to having 3 in a session. Absolutely loving life. I'll get these measured up. And it's not quite fair leaving them hanging there like that. It's not fair. Let's take some weight off the hooks. Right, what I'll do, I'll sort these out and I'll bring you back. Well, cod number 4 coming in thick and fast. This is turning out to be an amazing session. Absolutely cracking. Unfortunately, Vince and Sam have gone. Mind you, can't blame Vince. He's been down here since yesterday night. So yeah, he's done a fair old chunk, and Sam's got to get up early with the kids and other commitments. I won't be here too much longer. I mean, I've had a cracking session already, so I'm not going to complain. Again, Brighton does it for me. Again. I absolutely love this beach. I was just saying to Vince that I haven't been down to Brighton and not had a bad session. There's another knock straight away. Right, I'm going to put the phone down because if that goes again, I'm going to have that. So yeah, not had a bad session along this stretch, and I am over the moon with that. So let's see if number 5 comes along before I decide to pack up and go home. Bring it back. Oh, here we go. Nice little bass. This is, I can't explain this session. I'm over the moon. I've got my cod. I don't need any more. But that's a nice little surprise. He's not big enough to come home. So he'll be going back. But what can I say? That's cod, place, narrow bass. What a session. What a session. Good old Brighton treating me well. I keep saying it, and I know I do, but Wow. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that other squid rod in, put another black lug bait out. This was on, I'll tell you what, I'll get this back and I'll, it's basically on a loop rig with a pennel on the bottom with, oh, sorry mate, right, with squid on the bottom when it took the squid. So, right, I've got to get this fella back. Fish care's not great here, sorry guys. Trying to phone and do the fish. So right, I'll bring it back. Oh, what a cracking session that was. Turn these fans down. Yeah, what can I say? Just everything went right, everything was spot on. I mean, when I got here, it was, what was it, about 6:30. Low water was at 6, so I fished it right up. Oh, sorry. Fished it right up to about, I think it was 12:15 or something like that. It was high, but it was about the hour before high when we all first started to catch the cod. Then it went really quiet again for quite a while, and typically as soon as Sam left, then actually Vince left to cast after, and yeah, that double shot of cod on a whole squid, which took me by surprise. I thought, oh, this is definitely a conger. Getting the normal shakes, rattles, rolls on the way in, and then I thought, hang on a minute, that don't look like a conger. I thought, what the hell's that? Yeah, double cod. One on the bottom, one on the panel. So, well happy with that one. The cod on the scratching rig. And I had one, sorry, on a proper pulley panel that I actually put out of cod. So, I had to place at the beginning of the session and the bass towards the end. All in all, it's been a cracking session. I honestly don't know what to say. It's been a while since I've had a really good session, and I haven't really been able to go out very often. But this has just been one of them ones that just everything worked, everything went well. Didn't lose any gear, just everything went right. So yeah, what can I say? All I can say to you guys is, like, cheers for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you have liked this video, give it a like and a subscribe, and I'll be very much appreciative. Thanks to you guys that are always commenting as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. Tight lines, everyone.